Politics in South Africa is very interesting. It's very nice to engage on politics in South Africa, to listen to different politicians or politicians wanna be revolutionary wannabes, people claiming they're the saviors of black people. All goes for anyone, by the way. You know, Mpho Morolane, I think you guys remember the guy was left the EFF, and then he went to the MK Party. I remember an interview where he did with Politically Incorrect. Politically Incorrect recently, they are playing that interview. I thought it was a new interview. When I clicked, I realized it's the old interview, but I listened to it. Shout out to Politically Incorrect. You guys might go and subscribe there and watch. The channel is very, very, very engaging. This man is saying that, Yazin, let me not tell you. I want you guys to listen for yourself. Tell me what you think based on what he says.
People have been saying, if Floyd thought Julius a dictator, they are going to a far worse dictator in Jacob Zuma. Any feelings about that?
You see, South Africans are not analytical. Look at all press conferences of Mkondo's party. President Zuma takes decisions, right? But he allows people to assist in growing the organization. He's a leader, he's respected, and he makes people aware that you don't cross the line, right? Whereas this side is something completely different, right? So I don't think that there's no discussion in the MK. I think Comrade Zuma is a person who would engage on ideological issues to a point where he convinces you or you convince him. I'm saying it is not there in my view in the EFF.
So when I ask this question, I always say, according to you.
Yeah.
That's Mpho Morolane. Suddenly, all of a sudden, when people leave an organization, they tend to speak very bad about it. But when they're still in it and enjoying the benefit of being part of that, enjoying the benefit of being inside, they never say all of these negative things. They never speak bad about when they're still inside, enjoying the benefit of being called a leader, hey comrade, hey fighter, enjoying the love from the fighters. They never say none of these things. And you must notice it, ne? You must notice it. When these guys, they're still, the problem with Mpho Morolane is that there's not much of him in documented, his contribution within the EFF. There's not much contribution documented from his side. So I can't even refer to you to interviews or certain things where he was speaking in defense of the EFF. But I'm sure if you search Mpho Morolane within the EFF, you'll see a lot of things, a lot of him saying a lot of nice things about the EFF. But nah, suddenly when they leave, it's all bad. It's all, nah, this party, nah. Okay, let's speak about what he was saying, you know, that in the MK Party, just because they have a different approach when they do at the press conferences, they allow everyone to speak. Mr. Untleko uzokhuluma lapha, uFloyd Shibambu uzokhuluma, uJace Hlophe uzokhuluma nobani. And in the EFF is saying it isn't like that. It's not like that. So he believes it's a dictatorship, you know, because it's not like that. Only one person is speaking. Only one person is speaking. But is that true, guys? Is that true that only one person speaks and only one person proposes what should happen in the party? Is that true? With all of those people involved in the war room of the EFF, is it true that Julius Malema is the one coming up with all of these plans the EFF always has, coming up with all of these strategies the EFF decides? Is it all true? Is it all true based on just because he's the only one speaking when there's press conferences? Does it mean that he's the only one running the show? After all, these press conferences, by the way, he's the one he would be reading a statement clearly not written by him, but written by the EFF researchers. People like Dr. Gumane being one of the people involved in the research team behind the EFF. Last time I heard, I don't know if maybe he has a different position now, Dr. Gumane. So, what about everyone who's involved in the war room, in the CCT, and their contributions? Always there's CCT meetings, we see. Always there's war room meetings held, we see. What about all of those people's contributions in those discussions? They don't matter. So you're trying to tell me those people just go there, they speak, and then Julius Malema just goes with whatever he's thinking and forgets about. That's not true. We can all agree that's not true. But now it's because they left the EFF, right? It's easy to... You remember that boy Khangi? Khangi used to love the EFF. Khangi used to love the EFF. Used to always speak very good about the EFF. Used to always be on the side of the EFF. Hey, you know, Julius Malema is the best. Hey. And then he left the EFF. Suddenly, he turned. He twisted. Now he's starting to speak very bad, you know. And it makes me wonder, is this done deliberately in good faith, honestly, so speaking the truth, or it's done in bad faith, trying to decampaign or trying to act as if you are superior all of a sudden that you have left, and then these people you have left behind, they're inferior to you. Like now you have seen their light when so you are above this organization. You are above all of these people whom you used to submit under and call them your leadership. I don't agree with this man, but it is what it is. Those who agree will agree. We know in this world you can't take people's disagreement or agreement. It's all on them. But okay, he might be right that there's different approaches. But why would the EFF adopt the approach of the MK Party, and then all of a sudden everyone is speaking? The TG is speaking, the Secretary General is speaking, and then the press conference, kuluma wonke umuntu. That's the approach of the MK Party. It's not the approach of the EFF. The approach of the ANC, Kulumi SG, PEL. That's their approach. So why does he all of a sudden, when he went to a party that has a different approach, now he thinks just because there's a different approach, they are the better ones. They are not dictators. Kanjani? In the EFF moves, there's people who always meet the CIC, bakhulume, debate. Come, even Mpho admitted that in the EFF there's always debates going back and forth before they come to a conclusion. What is this man saying? Clearly, this man was never in the power circles. He was never in the tables of those people who were having really important discussions about the organization. He was out there somewhere in the street. He was never close to proximity to the leadership. He was just out there wandering in the streets. Clearly, that's what he's trying to communicate with us. But it is what it is. Thank you very much. Tanko.